G'day jabronis, it is the Verd, back with you again. We are here with week 4 of the MBA, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm a little bit annoyed, guys. Mainly because this matchup here against Noah, I don't know. It's frustrating because like I did a team builder and I did the team builder like almost a week ago, and it's more just frustrating because the guy was like, oh, you know, I've got so many commitments, I'm so busy, I can't do this, I can't do that. And it's like, dude, I work 2 jobs. I get that you have your study and all this other stuff, and apparently you had health issues yesterday, but at the same time, like, I work 2 jobs. Currently, at this point in time, I'm living on my own and was able to whip up a team, be fine, and be flexible with times. It's not that easy to sacrifice maybe half an hour for team building and then another half an hour out of an entire week to play a game. But regardless, he didn't bring Toxapex, so my Greninja set's a bit dicey. Kind of wishing I brought, well, no, he had Keldeo, I'm pretty sure. I don't regret it. It just means that Helio is going to be a little bit annoying. Avalugg looks super good, lead matchup. He didn't bring Diancie, which is huge. That means that Nihilego has got a really good chance of putting in work. So does Gallade. Gallade looks super good here. Rotom's got a nice pivot opportunity. And Zygarde definitely has a good sweeping opportunity. If I can get Chip on the Mamo with something else, like the Avalugg, then I get put into a really solid position. So I'm just going to lead Avalugg here. Avalugg is 100% the lead. Yeah, he leads Heracross, it's fine. I am sturdy. Just contemplating whether I want to risk that right now. I feel like the 2 plays he could go for with his Heracross here are knockoff or close combat. I feel like they're his best 2 plays. Knockoff, obviously, because he can get rid of my Assault Vest, and close combat because super effective. So I kind of want to go hard Gallade. He shouldn't Mega Horn against a... I feel like knockoff's the play because he'll expect Rotom to be the switch in. So if I go Gallade... Oh, it's the wrong ability. It's meant to be justified. I swear in Team Builder I made that justified. That means it's not really a switch in now. Honestly, if I'm going to do anything, I'm probably just going to Avalanche, because if I can get damage on Heracross, that's huge. He doesn't really have a switch in. That's just super annoying that is not... If that was justified, that would have been my switch in 110%, but I'm an idiot. So, yep, that's great. Let me have a look at this Gallade. Yeah, first one Steadfast, hidden ability justified, so that's my mistake. That's my mess up. Can't really do much about that. Happens to the best of us. So we'll import the sets. I am going to assume this is a... Oh, it's... I'm so stupid, it's Mega Heracross. So, if it's Mega Heracross, Avalugg, I believe, can live Arm Thrust. I live CC no matter what. I live Arm Thrust. And if he Arm Thrust, I can easily live. I don't know why it's saying 3 hits. It's Skill Link, so it's going to hit 5 times. I can easily live both. If he CCs and then goes to -1 defense, then Avalanche has a chance to kill. So I'm just going to Avalanche turn 1. I feel like he's going to go for knock. I can get a huge amount of damage off on this Heracross. Yeah, Pin Missile is fine. I can Avalanche here and get off a huge amount of damage. Avalugg does get chipped, which is annoying, but I can Avalanche here, and as you can see there, get off a huge amount of damage. That's really good for me because Heracross is super annoying. Obviously, I would have liked health on my Avalugg, but weakening Heracross is really nice. I think my play now is hard Rotom because I feel like he may try and CC, not wanting to risk the roll, and I can kind of go from there. I don't think he clicks knockoff knowing that Avalanche can kill, so I think he either tries to Pin Missile again and hopes he gets the rolls that he needs, although Pin Missile, yeah, it's about a roll. Pretty 50-50. I'm just going to go Rotom though because I do resist everything basically that Heracross does. It is like my main switch in. Yeah, Pin Missile does about half. Rock Blast doesn't kill me. Rotom's fine in this situation. I outspeed Heracross. So I'm going to go Rotom. Hope he goes to CC. He just Pin Missiles again apparently because that's... He wanted to risk the roll, which is fine. I can obviously take that. No big deal at all. It sucks though, because this was one of my main switch-ins to Torn, but you know, he led with the... Literally, I could have led with anything else in my team. Had a good matchup against Hera, but it's whatever. Volt Switch does not kill Heracross. So, I have to Willow. If he goes Tran, it's just shit. I'm trying to think if I have any other play that I can make here. If I Willow when he goes Tran, then I just, you know, go from there. He may just feel like I have special attack investment, though. It might not do it. He might just stay in, and if I can Willow here, that'd be huge. So I'm just going to Willow. If he goes Tran, I'm in a really bad spot. But, like, the thing is, I'm contemplating whether he would stay in with Heracross. Because if he's not going to stay in, I want to Volt Switch. Because if I can Volt Switch out to Zygarde, then I'm in a really, really good position. 100%. Volt and Hex just don't do enough to Heracross. I think I have to Willow here, because I can live after he Willows. And if he wants to go Tran, that's annoying, but I do outspeed Tran, so I could Pain Split to weaken it and then possibly sack off Rotom. It depends if I want to sack off Rotom or Avalugg in this matchup. Not really too sure. Yeah. Would he feel like a normal Rotom being able to Thunderbolt and kill this thing? Potentially. He might go Mamo, he may go Tran. I'm just going to Willow. He may even go Helio here, so Willow could just be a safe play. I'm going to click it. He stays in. Cool. I hit the Willow, which is awesome, so he won't be able to kill me now. Crit sucks, but what are you going to do? That ain't knocking me out. So I live. Nice. Heracross is burned, so it's not really a threat anymore. My Rotom is weakened, but I do have Pain Split, which should come in handy against a few Mons. I'm just going to Hex here to knock this out. And we'll go from there. I think Hex should definitely knock out a burned Heracross. I do also have the option of going hard Avalugg again, but I don't really think that's necessary. I'm just going to Hex and knock this thing out. I could have Volt Switched, but it wasn't worth the risk of having another thing chipped unnecessarily. I'd rather, you know, do things this way. So he goes into Tran. I'm going to Pain Split. If this thing is Scarfed, I can easily play around this. He may go for Rocks, but I'll just Pain Split here. I think he's going to go for Rocks. But I can just Pain Split up and be in a really solid position. I have Ninja that can come in against this thing because I am lefties. I have Zygarde that can come in. Heracross being down is pretty good for me. I do get the Pain Split off, that's sweet. He Flash Cannons, that's fine. So Heatran's now weakened, that's super good for me. He's not Scarfed, which is also great. I can Volt Switch here out to Greninja, as he may try and go for Rocks this turn, but I'm in a really solid spot regardless. I've chipped the Tran now down to a really nice range. And Gren should be able to just come in here and be fine. Flash Cannons again does a good amount of chip. I can take that though. What I want to do here I think is sub up. Because I feel like he won't stay in with Tran. I think he'll go hard Heliolisk. And obviously if I sub up here, I can then drop an extra sensory for free. Potentially get a flinch. So I'll make that play. He might stay in. He could be Pasho. We haven't seen an item. But I am just going to sub here. I feel like his item is either Chople or Shuka, both of which don't really help him now. He goes into Mandy, that's great. Free sub for me, not a problem at all. I'm going to go for the Scald because I want to fish for that burn. Only way you can break my sub, I believe, is by U-turning. So Scald here is really good. If he U-turns and breaks my sub, he probably goes out to... I don't even know what he goes out to Depression me, but I'm going to click Scald here. Try and get that burn on Mandy, that'd be huge. We get the crit and we get the burn. That is super good for us. Foul play. Will not be able to break subs now. Yep, unfortunate for you, but I don't care. So what I want to see now though is if my Gren set, like, yeah, that's annoying, but shit happens, bro. You know, I feel bad, but no, I also don't. So Mandy, if it's burned, foul plays, damage output. Okay, another one doesn't break my sub, so I can work up here. That's huge. Foul play shouldn't break my sub this turn. Well, actually it might. He went for Roost though, so that's wicked for me. I get a free Scald this turn. He can foul play to break my sub, but I don't care. I just get a free Scald. I get free damage on Mandibuzz, which is meant to be one of his main checks. That still doesn't break my sub, dude. Okay. Greninja's putting in God's work right now. He's probably going to go for a Roost again. He has 15 Roosts. I have 22 Scalds. My play could just be to spam this. He may try and go Helio, but if I'm behind a sub, Helio can't do shit. and I can just go for... well, the fear with Helio is if he goes for Hyper Voice while I'm behind the sub. What I think I just want to do is... I want to work up again. If Scald crits, I just knock him out. Also, Scald could be a roll right now. Scald might be, because that did 41. If he's a max HP Mandy, does 41 to 48. So crit Scald without any boosts, right, did 40. Crit Scald without any boosts did 40, which it can potentially do. So there is a chance this Scald could kill, so I'm going to go for it. And we almost connect with the knockout. He actually goes for the foul play, so Mandy's dead. That's huge. So Mandy's down. That was one of his main Zygarde slash Gallade checks. So that's huge. Gallade now looks very, very good in this matchup. Very, very good. Greninja just going in there, getting the kill. Gren's up to like 5 kills now for the season. This is a tough pickle situation for him to be in. I think he has to go Heliolisk. Yeah, I think he has to go Helio. And I'll scout to see if he's Scarfed. If he's Scarfed, he goes like either for Hyper Voice or he goes for Thunderbolt. And I basically leave Gren in. If he Hyper Voices and kills me, okay, he goes into Tornadus, which I do outspeed. So this is a pretty free Scald turn. Yes, Greninja might die, but this allows me to very much scout for exactly what Torn he wants to be. And if I can get the burn on this too, that's huge. So if he's Scarfed, so be it. I can play around that super easily with this team. I'm just going to Scald. As he misses the Hurricane, which is really good for us, obviously. As we, get the Scald off. That's huge. So he's Scarf Torn, which I didn't expect in this matchup. I don't really see what the appeal of Scarf Torn was. So Hurricane normally will do 74 to 87. I'm just going to go hard Nihilego, because Nihilego can take it and he's clearly Scarfed. He has no reason not to Hurricane again, so I'm just going to go hard Nihilego and take it like a champion. And he doesn't really have a switch in for Scarf Nihi. He has to preserve his Torn. Because of that, I kind of want to get up Rocks this turn, because I feel like he may try and go into Heatran, but at the same time, I just get a kill by clicking Power Gem. So he's going to go Heatran. This should just die to 2 Power Gems. Yep, that is dead to 2. He didn't outspeed my Rotom, so I know I can kill this thing with another Scarf Power Gem. So Nihilego picks up a kill there. He could go Mamo now. Could go Helio. He's got plays. He goes Torn. This immediately tells me there's a good chance he has Iron Tail right now. Or Hidden Power Ground. Both of which my Greninja can deal with. So kind of want to go hard Ninja here. Definitely feel like an Iron Tail is coming, so I'm going to go hard Ninja. Hidden Power Ground. There it is. I can obviously take that as he takes the burn. I can freely Extra Sensory this turn. If he wants to stay in, it's fine. If he wants to go out to Helio, I get that nice little chip onto it. So yeah, I'm just going to Extra Sensory as he goes out to Heliolisk. And I can get a bit of chip on that. I'm not sure what kind of Helio he is. Keeping Gren alive, though, is super important. So I think what I want to do here is go into Rotom, as I don't believe my Rotom can take a Mamoswine Ice Shard. If it can, I want to keep it alive. But if it can't, there's no point. So if it's Life Orb Adamant, obviously that will knock me out. If it is not Life Orb, it is still a very good chance to kill my Rotom from this range. So I think my play is just hard Rotom this turn. If he wants to Volt Switch, so be it. He lets his Torn back in, but that's fine. I know that it's Scarfed. It's probably going to click U-turn against me. I can play around that. If Mamoswine comes in at any point, Greninja can pressure it. But Gallade also just pressures it massively at this point of the game. I can bulk up and then do a ton of work. So yeah, Rotom is 100% the sack here. He may also, for some reason, go for Hyper Voice, predicting my Zygarde to want to come in. So if I can go Rotom here and he goes for the Hyper Voice, then I can freely Pain Split on my next turn and be in a really good position. So Rotom's coming in. He Agilities, okay. That's a little bit scary, but also I have an AV Avalugg. I have a really bulky Gallade, so I'm not too fast. What I want to double check, though, I need to go to the Google spreadsheet for it, is... what spreadsheet would it be? This one? Probably not that one. I may need to go into the Discord to find it. No, it is this one. Oh my god, I'm a goat. I need to double check if Heliolisk is one of his Z move users, basically. That's what I'm checking out. I don't think it is. It's not. So, because it isn't, I'm not too afraid of this right now. I feel like he might just Dark Pulse. But I do have a Colbur Berry, so maybe I can take this. Let me see. Heliolisk, all-out attacker. Surf is his best move against me. I mean, Thunderbolt might knock me out if he's Life Orb. I don't think he'd be Life Orb. Dark Pulse. So I am Colberberry Rotom. Thunderbolt has a chance to kill. Even through a Colbur, Dark Pulse should knock me out from here, but that's fine. I don't think anybody cares about your naming scheme right now, Noah. I'm just going to click Pain Split on the off chance I somehow live. Actually, it's better off clicking Volt Switch here, maybe. Yeah, Volt Switch is a better play. I'll click Volt. Maybe he's... Okay, I disconnected for some reason. Don't really know why. My internet's fine. As you'll see, I'm going to reload the page right now. And click Volt Switch. Thunderbolt does knock me out. Doesn't show any kind of item yet. I should be able to just go into Cody and be fine. Cody can just click Drain Punch. If he goes into Torn, I have many switch-ins to that. So yeah, I'm just going to go into Cody. I'm going to just Mega Up and click Drain Punch. Like I said, I've designed this thing to be able to live a Torn's Hurricane, so we should be all good. I'm just going to Mega Evolve and click Drain Punch. He can't kill me. He can double out to his Tornadus if he wants to. That is completely fine by me. I'm just going to Drain Punch this thing. Get a good amount of chip. Now, this is the interesting situation. I feel like I don't have to risk this turn. I feel like I don't have to. If he HP grounds and kills my Nihilego, he allows my Zygarde a free Dragon Dance, or also a free Draconium Z, which I may just click because it kills something at that point. So I'm going to go hard Nihilego on this turn, because of the fact that I feel Hurricane is his best play. I could actually live this if he is Modest, but I'm not sure if he is yet. I probably should have scouted damage on other Mons, but I can kind of scout it on Nihilego here. So Nihilego is 100% my play. He could just U-turn here, which would be a nice play, 100%, but I can outspeed Helio and obviously just Power Gem the fuck out of that thing. And if Mamo comes in, I can also just Power Gem that for damage if I need to. Or against Mamo, I could just go out to Avalugg again to scout. Because Gallade basically has the best chance of winning, like I said in the team builder. Zygarde is also very good though, and Zygarde does get setup opportunity against the Torn depending on what it's locked into. So, I think my play is 100% Nihilego though, but basically Gallade is designed to live a timid Hurricane 100% of the time. The reason I don't want to do that yet though is because although I outspeed Helio, he could have Quick Attack. I doubt it on an agility set, but mainly because of Mamo's Ice Shard. If I let my Gallade kill this Torn off as it goes for Hurricane, and hopefully don't get confused and hit myself in that situation, then I'm in a really good spot. But at the same time, like, if I kill it and then Mamo comes in, then yes, I can obviously Drain Punch Helio and then basically be in a winning position, but I don't know if it's worth the risk. Because if he's a Modest Scarf Tornadus, then that's super annoying. At the same time, if he's Modest Scarf, I can just go into Nihilego afterwards and basically secure a kill on something. And that puts a lot of pressure on him. So I'm very 50-50 right now. If he's Modest, I go Nihilego and I get a kill. And if he U-turns, then, you know, there's that too. I think Zen Headbutt should be able to knock this thing out. Judging on Drain Punch damage. I'm gonna check, guys, because I know I can live the Hurricane. I've designed myself to live this Hurricane. Zen, if Drain Punch, how much did Drain Punch do? 28%. So if Drain did 28%, Zen Headbutt is definitely knocking out this Torn from here. So the question is whether I predict him to over-predict. I could just Zen Headbutt here and just get massive damage off on something. I'm gonna Zen. I think because, like, Gallade obviously, well, Gallade's definitely a win con. But this is my prime opportunity. I designed it for this situation where I feel like he needs to be timid still on his Torn. I'm trying to think of speed tiers off the top of my head with my team. If a Modest Torn can outspeed a Nihilego is the question. Modest Torn hits 341, so I think it can. And if it can, and it's Modest, then it's only a 43.8% chance to OHKO. So it would still be in my favor. But I don't know. How much did that Hidden Power Ground do to my Greninja? It did 30%. So let's pull up Greninja, because you can definitely tell investment from that. Ishimori, let's say he has Hidden Power Ground. If he's modest, that would have been a low roll on me. And if he was timid, that would have been high roll. So there is a chance that he is modest. I'm going to risk it here because is it worth it? No. No, it's not. It's not worth it. He predicted nicely, but I do live that. So nice predict. Good for you. I could have stayed in and killed you, but you made a nice prediction. At this point, I have a 50-50 choice to make. I think my choice will be to send in Avalug and click Superpower. Because I can eat the Hidden Power, and I can Superpower and fuck up either the Heliolisk or the Mamoswine, or if he just wants to stay in, it's fine. Preserving Nihilego is good because it can just kill Helio straight up. Well, is it worth preserving Nihilego? If he wants to stay in and commit here, he may also try and double predicting meter switch. I think I want to stay here in Power Gem because if he stays in here in Hidden Power Grounds, then I can just go into Zygarde and Draconium. He has to preserve Torn because it outspeeds Ninja and Gallade, and Draconium will either knock out the Helio and force the Mamoswine in, which then I can send in Gallade against, and go from there. So let's see. He did 59.2 to my Nihilego. This should be able to tell me what kind of investment he is, hopefully, because I have a bit of bulk. So he did, how much was it? 59%. So that tells me he has to be modest. So he's a modest Tornadus, 100%. And unfortunately that will outspeed my Nihilego. So I now have a choice to make. I feel like, well, see, the problem with Nihi, right, is obviously Hurricane, I think Hurricane does not knock me out from this range. Modest Hurricane does not kill Nihilego. It does 21.6 max. He does 21.2 max. I'm going hard Avalug because this can deal with Helio, Mamoswine, and Torn clicking HP ground again. That's fine. That's fine. That's so fine. So Avalug is a bulky boy. And depending on this Mamo set, I'm in a pretty good spot, I think. Mamoswine, worst case scenario, if he's Life Orb, he still does not knock me out with Adamant, Life Orb, Earthquake. I am pretty darn free to just click Superpower this turn. He may go for, what's it called? He may go for Rocks, but at this point, Zygarde, if I can get the Superpower off, has a huge chance of winning. That's fine. Hold this. Bitch. Okay, that's huge. That now means Zygarde knocks out Mamoswine. It also means he has to have HP Isol and Heliolisk, or he's fucked. Okay, so what I do basically to win this game, I think, is I have so many options to win this game. So obviously I think he's going to Earthquake this turn. If he's not Life Orb, can he even knock me out if I'm at -1 defense? I don't think he can. I could just Rapid Spin this turn. I could just spam Rapid Spin until I die. That's wicked. Icicle Crash does not kill me. Hopefully no flinches. Sweet. I spin and get rid of hazards. That's amazing. Avalug put in God's work. That is so good for me. That is so good. If Helio comes in now, I just click Superpower, 110%. I cannot allow free agility. That'll weaken it to the point where I can obviously just come in with Gallade and kill it. And I think Zygarde cleans this shit up. I think we got the game. Damn. Damn, this is a close game. I just realized that this lobby was up when it wasn't meant to be on my recording. Cool. Yeah, I think we got game, because if he goes Torn, I don't care what move he locks himself into. If it's Hurricane, that's fine. I can just go into Zygarde and basically just Draconium. If he wants to sack off Helio, that's fine. He basically gets put into a tricky choice. I can just freely Draconium that turn, knock him out, and then if Helio's the last mon, I know 100% that Gallade can beat it. 100%. Avalug put in the work, dude. It basically weakened that Heracross to the point where Rotom could kill it, and then it also 1v1'd the Mamoswine and prevented Rocks at the same time. Oh, what a good boy. Okay, so he goes Torn. Do I want to preserve Avalug? No, I want to scout what he wants to go for. I'm just clicking Avalanche. I don't give a shit what he clicks. Like, if he clicks Hurricane, so be it. So fucking be it, dude. That's fine. Hurricane is 100% fine. I know for a fact, I did the calcs literally just before, and I know that my Nihilego can take... What the hell did I just click? But I know, with the Nihilego spread that I have here, against a Tornadus Therian, which is modest. Not changing that. Modest Tauntees Hurricane does 21.2 max. Power Gem 100% knocks this thing out. I know that my Nihilego can live this hit. You've just seen. So Nihilego, I pulled up the set. It has 21.6% health left. Hurricane does 21.2. He cannot knock me out. The only chance he has is a confusion or a crit. And if he gets one of those, then that sucks. But we should be able to wrap up the game on this turn, especially since he missed. Nice. That's game. Alright, so we pull up a 4-0 win. Alright, cool, we win. 4-0 victory, hell yeah. It was clearly HP ground from the damage. It was modest scarfed. He had no chance. His only chance was confusion. 50% chance for confusion. Are you fucking mad? Regardless, I win. I don't care. Like, this battle, honestly, was the most annoying one to prep. Well, not even prep for. My team was fucking flames. It was the most... gee, of course it's not fun anymore, because you delayed my entire fucking week for this battle. I was prepared at the start of the week, ready to go. I was so, like, flexible and everything with all that. And, like, dude, fuck. I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm really glad I won this game. Because, yeah, it's whatever. So Mandy died to Greninja. Mamo died to Avalugg, the goat. Heracross died to that. And then Nihilego picked up 3 kills. So Nihilego put in the work. Greninja did get another kill to add it to the leaderboard. I don't know if it's Greninja or Nihilego leading my team for kills. Yeah. So, there's that. We now go to, what are we? 3-1 after 4 weeks. And I believe we're a +5 differential, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. But yeah, we pick up a W. Really happy with that. The team put in work. Now, there are some transactions that I need to announce for you guys. You will see them in the next team builder, but... some big changes. So Rotom played its last game today. I am making a few massive kind of changes to my team. So I'm dropping, let me remember them all. I am dropping Empoleon. What am I dropping? Empoleon, Rotom, Volcarona, and I believe Avalugg. No. Is it Wobbuffet? Can't remember exactly which one of them it is, but I am picking up Manaphy, Blacephalon, and Magneton to my team, which I'm super psyched about. Just gonna go with a more like fun offensive team. Like I enjoyed the balance, it was cool, but I am really enjoying when I'm playing this more casually, using that fun offense. But yeah, we pull out a nice 4-0 win here. We're playing quite well. I'm feeling pretty confident with how I'm playing. Yes, there was a bit of hacks here and there with Hurricane misses and whatnot, and they definitely mattered given that he was modest, but if I had seen that it had killed, I would have identified that he was modest, and I could have played accordingly. Also, because he sacked off Mandibuzz so early and he was a Life Orb Mamo, there was a huge chance for my Zygarde to clean at any point of that game. So, there was that. I also could have sent in Zygarde over Nihilego in that situation. Basically, I didn't have to click DD, I could have just Draconiumed straight up, killed something. If he sacked off Helio and just left Torn, it basically depended on what move he locked himself into. But I could have just clicked Outrage and killed him, and if he sacked off Torn and only had Helio left, there was no move Helio could go for that could stop my Gallade at that point. Plus, Ninja did outspeed, so he'd have to agility up on one turn, and he would never get the opportunity to get a free agility off. So yeah, we pick up a nice 4-0 win. That's going to do it for me, guys. Got some transactions, like I said. You'll see that in the team builder next week. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name's The Verd. I'm out this bit.